a shouty woman, and today I'm here to tell you how you can make your very own YA trilogy. It's simple. There are many different pieces to a YA trilogy, and today we are going to break down all of them. Step 1, title. For your title, it is really important that you follow a specific pattern, such as a blank of blank and blank, or just simply 2 words separated by an ampersand. What's most important is that you have consistent diction and meter. Think iambic pentameter, but a lot less posh. There are many words that you can take advantage of to make your YA trilogy titles an absolute easy hit, such as king, queen, prince, not princess. This is not for 5-year-olds. We are grown adults and this is serious business. Darkness, or some synonyms, court, crown, blade, bone, curse, or even wings. All of these are perfectly usable titles that you can do and make your titles completely unique. Now on to cover design. So what are we thinking? You want something cartoony and cool? No. We all know that cartoons are solely for the boom boom books. We don't want cartoons here. What about real people? No! Your audience is people who used to read in the library at lunch while all the other kids went out to play outside. The last thing they want is to be reminded of people. What you want is something inanimate, like a crown or a sword or some variety like that. But maybe you're thinking, I'm not writing a fantasy novel. That's fine. Try something else, like an intricate design on your cover. Plop in a few inanimate objects that are relevant to the story and boom, there you go. A perfectly designed cover with all the hints of what's going to happen. You've now got your cover, so now it's time to get into the content. With the new YA protagonist, it is super simple. She is only 18 years old, young enough to lead an army, but not old enough to have lost all hope. And with the new YA protagonist, you'll find that she has completely vague physical descriptions so that as many people as possible can relate to her, while also having very descriptive personalities. You can include new personality details, such as the fact that she has had many hardships despite being only 18, and the fact that she is not like the other girls. That's right, she's not fashionable and delicate, she's strong and ugly. And if you get the YA protagonist now, you'll see that she has not only 1, but 2 love interests. The first one, a childhood friend. He's soft, he's kind, he's preferably blonde, and he will do anything for the good of your protagonist. Your other option is hot and a little bit murdery. Well, how will she ever choose? Of course she will choose the hot, dangerous one. And if you're worried about your protagonist choosing the soft option, well, it's always easy. You can just force her hand by making him secretly the dark one or just killing him off. Now that we have our characters, it's time to dive into the structure of your actual books. Book 1, it's time to set up your world. You want to start your first novel with the protagonist and her childhood friend in a very difficult position. The world is complicated. Then something crazy happens. That's right, something crazy which makes your protagonist no longer just a plain old Mary Jane. She becomes the chosen one. She is all new, all exciting, and not like other girls. With this newfound information, your protagonist will have secrets of the world revealed to her, and with these secrets will be given a brand new option for her love interest. By the end of the book, your protagonist should have a semi-sweet ending with her chosen love interest, and everything should work out perfectly, happily ever after. But not for long. Now it's time for book 2, where your protagonist's life will slow down a little bit. We've already introduced the world your protagonist lives in, so now it's time to do what else? Introduce an entirely new world that you didn't know existed before. Of course, our protagonist has chosen her love interest at the end of the last book, which means that her love life has settled down, right? Ha! Absolutely not. It's time for us to introduce someone else, a brand new potential love interest. Oh yes, but not really. He is a false love interest, one who exists solely to sow the seeds of distrust and jealousy within her current relationship. However, we want the audience to believe there's a chance, and we want them to fall in love with this new character. So make them sarcastic, make them attractive, potentially make them a pirate. Of course, the second book in your trilogy should exist as its own self-contained story. By which, of course, I mean that it should be deprived of any sort of action and adventure, so that your audience is completely starved for any sort of adventure until the very end of the book, where you have some sort of large battle, which will then set up the next book, so that your audience will be ready for the next book, and more importantly, ready to give you more money. Now it's time for book 3, and that means someone has to die. This person can be, oh, I don't know, the jilted love interest, a lovable side character that you've introduced. I personally don't really care as long as someone is getting off screen. In order to compensate for the lack of action in your last book, you need to make sure that this book is absolutely full of it. I'm talking battles, betrayal, heartbreak, political drama, twist, the whole 73 yards. And by the end of your third book, you will see the entire world that we've spent so long setting up completely dismantled, with your protagonist at the helm. But don't you worry, because your protagonist has been working hard. They're tired, they're ready to settle down, though that means they get to finally settle down with their love interest. That's right, your protagonist comes with their very own happy ending. But not really, because as I mentioned, many hardships. Now that you have your 3 books, may I introduce you to the most amazing new developments in marketing technology. First, what do the people want? Do they want plot summaries? No, they want to know what cliches, what tropes you're including in your story. Tell me, does your story have enemies to lovers, friends to lovers, strangers to lovers, love at first sight, love at second sight, forced proximity, only one bed, love at third sight, right person, wrong person, right time, best friend's brother, brother's best friend, secret lovers, lovers of secrets, or just 2 bros chilling in a hot tub? The people want to know. The people, they don't want to know what your book is about. They want to know who the characters are. What sort of fun situations do they get into? Because how can they possibly enjoy the story if they don't enjoy the characters? And who cares what the characters are doing as long as they're hot and in love? Have you considered just releasing a character sheet instead of a novel? Well, there you have it. Everything that you need to know to make your own YA trilogy, from the marketing to the cover design to your very own brand new YA protagonist, complete with her own love interest. Now go out there and make your YA trilogy. That's all you need to know, really. That's really about it.